contact on the shot.
For a lot of players, leading comes naturally, but for John Wall and the Wizards, his teammates had to goad it out of him in order for him to start leading the way. When he did embrace that role, it did wonders for the franchise.
Stuckey passes to Wiggins. And good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
Smith. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
Well, now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Here's Morris. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
What an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender, giving up so much size, there's no way he's going to get a hand on it.
And that concludes. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Wizards?
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And I love the penetration because we're seeing a team that's attacking the lane, forcing the defense to collapse, and you're going to see some easy points as a result.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Wizards. Paul George is out there with Gordon. Then there's J.R. Smith. Then there's Etuan Moore. And it's Plumlee in the pivot spot, manning the middle. There's the triple. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 5th rebound in this one.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound category. They've got to continue their work on the glass.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, they're on the right side of the ledger, and that is all that matters to them right now with the lead they have.
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up. Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, now's when they need a little spark anyway.
And Moore kicks to Plumlee. Smith outside. 6 to shoot. Kick out to Moore. Baseline jumper. Back to Smith. From deep. It's rebounded by Stuckey. The Grizzlies trail by 5. And it's Wiggins missing.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Moore dishes to George. And that one's good. George has got 11.
He's fortunate that shot found the bottom of the bucket. It wasn't the highest quality look.
Now let's send it to Doris on the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, Memphis coach Dave Yeager paid dues for years coaching in the minor leagues. But he did more than coach. He was the GM, ticket vendor, business manager, and a halftime act. He said he loved the passion and spirit of that work, but there were also tough times. Guys, those struggles helped prepare him for where he is today.
A long road, but he's here now. Thanks, Doris. Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. In the corner, it's Wiggins. And it's off from three-point range.
Another strong rebound, just like we got used to seeing from them today.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more of those, and this lead will be double digits.
And Moore kicks to Gordon. Ball's knocked loose. And stolen by Wiggins. Stuckey outside. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
And George kicks to Gordon. Out to Smith. Oh, offensive interference. The Grizzlies trailed by 5.
As good as the Wizards season was last year, they still had trouble with teams from the West. In fact, only 11 wins in 30 games for them last season.
Morris with the bucket. Morris has got his second bucket.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
Washington calls timeout. And a lot of teams out in the East struggle with the West, but it's an area where, Clark, the elite East teams perform better than 11 wins.
Yeah, and if Washington wants to take that next step of getting to be a top 3 team in the East, they've got to be a lot tougher against the West, and something around the 500 mark in terms of wins would get them there.
Washington making some changes. Andre Blotch, he's checked in for Miles Plumlee. Humphreys comes in for Gordon, and it's John Wall in for J.R. Smith. And Wall, here we go now. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam. The defense looking a little bit dazed now. A ferocious throw down there.
Not bad for a player of his size.
Not bad at all. How about that spring coming out of those legs?
The feed to Morris. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Memphis really revitalized their season late in the year, but they dropped a lot of games against the East early.
The Grizzlies shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Well, and they were 74% free throw shooting as a team last year, so those numbers could come up.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just 1 or 2 guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
Fader on the way. Another one falls for Washington. The Grizzlies would rally later in the year, Clark, as you were saying, some losses to the East last year that they would want back.
Yeah, no question about it. Every team in the league wants games back they lose. You can't recapture them, though. Memphis no different. They had some injury issues, though. Marcus All out for a while, and that really disrupted their rhythm. But late in the season, as you said, they were right on track.
Isaiah Thomas, the last pick of the 2011 draft, number 60 overall. Normally a player in that role doesn't even make the team, but he had an outstanding rookie season, and he's earned his minutes. He's become a quality NBA player.
Wall attacking. Humphreys inside. He's against Morris. No good from Moore. The Grizzlies trailed by 5. Stuckey kicks to Morris. The offensive rebound.
Now defensively, they did a great job of staying tight on him.
Kicks it to Moore. The Wizards working the ball around now. George, no good.
And Isaiah Thomas held down the starting point guard spot with the Kings for 3 years. They brought in a number of challengers at that point guard spot over the years. Aaron Brooks, Jimmer Fredette, Gravis Vasquez. Thomas kept giving them the Heisman. He sent them all away to play somewhere else.
Now the dish to Moore. On the wing, George. And it's Wall in the corner. Moore outside. He feeds it to George. Puts one up from 19. And again, Washington no good. As well as Thomas played in Sacramento, they'd pursued trades for.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now. Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I'd say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
The defense looking a little bit dazed now. A ferocious throw down there.
Not bad for a player of his size.
Not bad at all. How about that spring coming out of those legs?
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
John Wall is 6'4", with a 39-inch vertical leap and long arms to boot. Is an elite physical specimen when it comes to the point guard position.
For the Wizards, Miles Plumlee comes in for Andre Bloch, and J.R. Smith subbed in for Ejuan Moore. Embiid, he's checked in for Memphis. Stoudemire comes in for Morris. They grab their own miss. Outside for Thomas. And that one's good. Thomas got 5. And Wall, a blur, guys, in the open court. Perhaps the fastest player in the league end-to-end. He is devastating in transition.
Yeah, he's so tough to stop around the rim, even in the half court. But when he gets ahead of steam going, he can get into the lane and then finish with either hand. So, man, he is tough to stop.
Paul George in the first year of a 5-year max-level contract extension. Boy, those are big words and mean a lot. You talked about earlier his name on the marquee and how it's big and bright. And, his play last season left no question in a lot of people's mind that he's worth every dollar.
Yeah, there are only about a dozen or so guys that are worthy of max contracts, in my opinion. And he's clearly one because he's gotten better every season. He hungers to be great, and he's a tremendous two-way player, potentially a guy who could be Defensive Player of the Year at some point in his career.
The Wizards making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Outside, Wall. J.R. Smith on the wing. Knocked away. Outside, George. Pass to Gordon. He dishes it to Plumlee. Out to Smith. From downtown. And it's Smith again missing.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
Thomas kicks to Stuckey. Back to Thomas. Takes the 13-footer. Can't get it to go. Wall with some nice defense. Washington leading now by 3. He kicks it to George. And it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession.
Then you look at Paul George. Other than LeBron James, he might be the top two-way perimeter player in the league.
Wall kicks to Smith. 6 on the shot clock. The kick out to Wall. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. 17 points for Wall.
And Paul George is a phenomenal athlete, folks. I mean, he does stuff that should look hard and makes it look easy. Never takes a play off defensively and still has the energy to carry the offensive load that he does. That attribute's so underrated. There are very few players that are able to do it the way PG does. And it really is one of the marks of greatness, and he's headed in that direction.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Thank you, Kevin. As everyone knows, Amari Stoudemire has had to battle back from his share of numerous injuries, and he switched to a vegan diet in order to help stay healthy. He said it was tough, and when asked which foods he missed the most, he said, "I love chicken, and I love Chilean sea bass. I missed it, but I wanted to stay strong." Guys?
Interesting. Thanks, Doris. And the shot is good from Stuckey.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Outside, Wall. Passes it to Smith. The shot. And the jumper falls for him. Smith's got his second basket. The Grizzlies trailed by 5.